Hey y'all, Alyece Smith here, and welcome to the Socially Ausome podcast, where we empower mompreneurs to implement simple social media strategies into their businesses and elevate their online presence. I'm a mompreneur of three, an affiliate marketer, a network marketer, an influencer, a social media marketing agency owner, and your personal guru. I am here to give you tips, tricks, and tools that you need to build your social media business. Let's dive in.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Socially Ausome channel. Today we're diving into the exhilarating world of TikTok, the platform that is rewriting the rules of social media engagement. So whether you are a seasoned creator or just starting out, this episode is going to be packed with top-notch strategies to propel your TikTok presence to the next level. And I'm speaking to you from experience. If you are not aware, I started a new TikTok channel back in August of 2023. Today, as I'm recording this podcast in mid-December, that account has grown to 42,000 followers and made me over 50,000 in sales already. And that's important because I want you to see that you can grow on TikTok right now. You very often will see creators that have had accounts for years and you're comparing yourself thinking, well, they started years ago. That's not going to happen for me. And I'm here today to prove you wrong. So I'm going to give you tons of tips. I'm going to pack this episode with tons of value. And if you're not already in my Facebook community, Socially Ausome Entrepreneurs, I would check the show notes below and jump in there because right now we're in the middle of the 12 days of Christmas sales and I've released two amazing resources specifically to help you on TikTok, my TikTok growth guide and my TikTok tactics challenge, which is step-by-step what I did in the first 30 days of starting this new account. So let's dive right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is authenticity, right? Authenticity reigns supreme, meaning being genuine, having relatable content, showing the world who you are, embracing your quirks, sharing your stories, letting your unique personality shine through. Authenticity is magic and magnetic when it comes to creating content on this viral video platform. It's so important because people really do want to know who you are. They, especially before they spend money with you, right? Before you make any sales. If they don't trust you, they won't purchase. So you've got to be willing to be vulnerable and show them more of who you are, your experience, social proof of how you've helped solve these solutions that you've been trying to solve for people in your business. That's the first thing, right? If you're just copycatting other content, it's not going to get you very far because you're not going to be aligned with it and people are going to be able to see right through that. So you've got to figure out what is your magic formula when it comes to being authentic on social media. You're very often going to see me show up with no makeup on, in my sweatpants, being who I am at my truest core, and people don't mind because they feel like I'm trustworthy. The second thing is trends, but add your own twist. So I very often post A-roll style footage on my TikTok account, which is actually me making videos of me vocalizing, right? Not necessarily B-roll footage with the audio and text. I have started incorporating some B-roll footage in the last couple weeks and seen some success there using trending audios, but I feel like A-roll footage really builds that trust faster. So make sure you're providing a mix of content. But if you're using trends, because TikTok is a trend-setting playground, keep an eye on these leading trends, these challenges, and these sounds. But don't be afraid to put your spin on them. Everything should come back to your target audience and your niche. So just doing a trend for the sake of doing a trend is not going to get you anywhere. But if you can use something that's trending and tie it back to your audience, you can see a really, really good growth there from injecting your creativity, your humor, your expertise, and standing out to the crowd by utilizing these trends, okay? So make sure you're staying up to date on this. As a marketer, you should be doing market research regularly and knowing what's going on the platform. Number 3 is consistency. Consistency is the magic potion for growth, you guys. Setting a posting schedule and sticking to it, whether it be 1 video a day or 3 videos a day, whatever it is, you've got to be consistent with it. You can't just disappear for days at a time and expect your old content to continue to grow for you. Regular content keeps your audience engaged and signals TikTok's algorithm that you're serious about sharing really great content on the platform. This doesn't mean you have to post at exactly 2:01 p.m. every single day, but whatever your content plan and content strategy is, how many videos you're doing, what type of content you're doing, you need to be consistent with it. And I'm going to give you a ninja tip here. Marketing is on a 90-day cycle. So you're going to have to be consistent for 90 days if you really want to see that hyper growth. Taking, a week off at a time and just burning yourself out is not going to be beneficial for you when growing on this platform. Tip number 4, engage. Engagement is a two-way street. Respond to comments, engage with other creators, participate in duets, stitches. Building a community fosters growth and strengthens your connection with your audience. So if you're just posting and ghosting and you're not replying to your audience's comments or DMs, they're not going to come back and continue to follow you or continue to watch your content. So you've got to come up with an engagement strategy for you and your business, one that you can stick to, one that you can be consistent with. So if that's 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 3 times a day, whatever it is for you, stick to it, okay? Next, optimizing your profile for content. So your TikTok profile is your storefront. Make it inviting. Use a catchy profile picture, a bio that speaks volumes, and don't forget hashtags. So experiment with various video formats like we talked earlier, various captions, visuals, things like that resonate with your audience, but your profile really needs to speak to them. Your bio should be about your audience, not necessarily about you. That doesn't mean you can't put things like credibility in there. For instance, in mine, you'll see 6 figures in 6 months. That's a credible source for me, showing people I know what I'm doing. However, you're also going to see in there helping you monetize your social media, how I'm helping them, why they should follow me, okay? Tip number 6, harness the power of analytics. Dive into your TikTok analytics. Learn what content you're creating is performing best when your audience is most active, and adapt your strategy accordingly. Data-driven decisions can skyrocket your growth. If you go in your analytics and you see that you've posted 3 videos about how to grow on social media and they're all performed better than your other videos, maybe you need to continue along that path. Maybe once a day you need to be posting tips about how to grow on social media, but use your analytics to really help you. Another thing is your watch time analytics. If people are jumping off within 2 seconds of watching your video, you need to get better at hooks, right? How can I keep them watching longer? So really look at your analytics and deep dive into those. Tip number 7, collaborate and network. So collaborations can really skyrocket and boost your TikTok journey. Partner with other creators, participate in challenges, leverage each other's audiences. They don't necessarily have to be exactly what you're doing if it can be valuable to your audience. For example, I could collaborate with someone who is a bookkeeper or does taxes for business, because my audience, even though that's not what I do, they're business owners. They need that advice. They need that value. So it's still valuable to your audience. Tip number 8, stay up to date with TikTok's features. I know this is hard. Sometimes these platforms change their features quicker than we change our underwear, I know. But really hone in on what are they evolving to, right? Are there new features you can use like TikTok Shop? There is features in the creator portal about partnering with different musicians to really boost their sounds, and you can get paid to do so. So really dive into what features you're not using, series, pinned videos, all of these different things. And lastly, don't be afraid to have fun, right? TikTok is a platform that rewards creativity. Having fun, trying new things, let your creative side really run wild. So that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of TikTok's growth platform. Remember, it's not just about numbers, it's about creating meaningful connections and sharing your story authentically. If you got any value out of this podcast episodes or any of our episodes at all, please leave us a review. It is the absolute best comment you can give. It's the best compliment you can give. It allows me to continue to grow this podcast for you and continue to provide value to you through this podcast. Secondly, like I said in the beginning, if you haven't already jumped in my Facebook community, check out the show notes below. All of my resources are there, including the link to my Facebook group. And as always, don't forget, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome. Till next time, guys.
Hey, thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I'm Alyece Smith, your host, and let me tell you how you can get a free social media audit from me. Make sure that your profile is optimized and you're ready to build. Take a screenshot of you listening to this episode, throw it in your stories and tag me. You can find my handle in the show notes. I will share it to my entire audience, and you will be entered to win one of the 5 free audits that I'll be doing every single month. Number 2, if you found any value out of this episode or any of my episodes at all, please feel free to leave a review. It is the best compliment you can give. Lastly, make sure you check out the link to get into my free community, Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs. It's in the show notes. We go live in there weekly with guest trainings and more. Until next time, make it simple, make it social, and make it awesome.